All right. Should we go do the introduction?
Yeah, tell them where we're at.
Where are we?
We're not at Gold's Gym.
Where are we? He doesn't know where. He's about to find out. We're at Fitness 1440 in York, and we've been invited up to check it out. Jason reached out. He happens to have a contact here, a friend his used to go to school with. So they're going to give us a tour, and they invited us to come up and shoot some video and check it out and train. So I think that's awesome. So we're going to go inside and see what we think. Who do you know here?
Trevor. I went to Redline High School with him. And he reached out to me on Instagram to shoot a video here, so that's what we're going to do.
So that's pretty awesome. We're off to a really good start already. Okay. All right, we're at...
Why is it dark?
Let's turn this little thing. I know.
We
I
never have to turn it.
I know. I changed it. Okay. All right, we're at Fitness 1440. We're inside, and who are we talking to?
This is Greg, Matt, and Trevor. We're the owners here at Fitness 1440 York.
There we go. So they're going to give us the tour. How long you guys been here now?
It's about 6 weeks we've been open.
6 weeks. So brand new, fresh gym.
Absolutely. All
right.
We'll take you around. Group exercise room. We're hosting a kids back to school fit and fun event, trying to get kids involved in fitness from a young age, and, expose the community to our gym, get the parents in here to check the place out. As you can see, we have them in here kicking around balloons. We have standard group extra classes in here. We have spin. We're going to have Zumba soon. We just hired a great yoga instructor that teaches 3 different levels: intro, advanced, and athletic recovery, which is more for like maintaining flexibility, enhancing recuperation in those who lift. In addition to that, we have custom high-intensity interval training classes that our group exercise instructors create themselves. They're really excited about that. We also have some light aerobics, stretching, plyo. We're going to have to see very soon. Whoops, there goes a balloon. In addition to that, the gentleman you see over there sitting on the stool, that's George Mathias. Hey, George. He's the proprietor of Modern Combative Systems. They're a tactical reality.
How are you, George? Nice to meet you.
Jim Best, nice to meet you.
Hey, Jason,
Nice to meet you.
And I thought maybe you could tell you a little bit about that. Sorry to put you on the spot.
Modern Combative Systems is a reality-based self-defense company. We train open-hand combatives, edge weapons, and firearms within 7 yards. Recently, our program that we just started is called Reality-Based Fist to Fight. The idea behind that is actually a 30-minute high-intensity workout where we work on things like it's all the gross motor skills and physical skills to survive a real-life confrontation. For people that aren't yet ready to go hands-on training with another person. So some of the things we do is palm smashes, hammer fists, ground pound, knee strikes, bag slams, and that sort of thing. And so it's 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. And for the 30 seconds off while you're resting, you'll be in a front leaning rest, or you'll be in a push-up position, or you'll just be in a horse stance, putting all the pressure on your body. Other class we've done, we would do edge weapons, vehicle tactics, basically everything that you see on TV, prepare you to survive the things you see on in the news every day.
That's awesome. So you know that we're going to come down here and bother George because we do a lot of anti-bullying stuff. And we have MMA guys. One of my best buddies is a former UFC guy, $1 million contract fighter. And we're starting to put together some things. Just can't expect to teach somebody how to really fight over the internet on videos, but we could come up with some just means of how you could get away, how you could get loose, how you could, some simple stuff. So I'm going to be bothering you.
Oh, that's great. Exactly. It's the things that people can do, under stress, and that's what we try to explain to people. People go to a lot of traditional martial arts classes, and it's if he does this and I do that. Well, you especially can't expect, kids to be able to remember that. We need some really, common sense proven things to do that we know they're going to be able to do under stress. And we also deal a lot with the mindset. Probably the hardest thing that we have to get through to people in a class, believe it or not, is learn to use verbal commands and yell and scream things like "get back," "leave me alone," "you're scaring me." Because if we can't get them to overcome their fear using verbal commands, we can't get them to fight back. So we try to work on the overall thing, build confidence. The class is a lot of fun. Everybody encourages each other. We have a good time, and we look forward to working with you.
That's awesome. So there you go. It's all about networking. A lot of good people out here. You just got to get out and make yourself available and meet them. Thank you, George.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot,
Nice to
man.
meet you.
So here we have our cardio area. We have a full spectrum of cardio equipment, recumbent bikes and ellipticals up front, TVs, obviously. We have one more treadmill on the way, and we're planning to purchase some additional pieces of cardio equipment over the next 6 months to a year based on member feedback and need. We're big on that here. We've constructed our group exercise schedule based off of surveys. The actual members who are going to be taking the group exercise classes requested what time works for them. We're big on individualized fitness solutions from the membership to the classes to workouts and everything in between. All right, see you guys. Thanks for coming in.
I thought you did this before.
This is our Target 24 room. This is the part of the tour where I like to tell our members any of our areas that aren't being used at a specific time they can feel free to use, make their own. We have people that deadlift in here, jump rope, do sprints, any number of things. You can also feel free to use the group exercise room. As far as the specific purpose of this room, this is our Target 24 room. That's a specialized product that Fitness 1440 offers. It's essentially like a group personal training session, 8-on-1 to 12-on-1. It's high intensity interval training. There's a number of different types of stations that you'll rotate between with short rest sessions. And we have receptacles on the wall there. Eventually there'll be monitors attached to those receptacles, and each participant will wear a heart rate monitor that'll display your current heart rate on the monitors next to your target heart rate, which have been predetermined based on your age, sex, individual fitness level, and whatever your individual goal might be, whether it's cardiovascular conditioning, muscle gain, fat loss. This is our resistance area. You can see we have plate loaded and weight stacked selectorized equipment. You can create a nice little circuit. If you ever have any questions about anything, this is the part of the tour where I like to tell our members, feel free to ask myself or one of the other owners. We're 3 young fitness enthusiasts, and we're highly motivated to help our members get the results that they're after. So anything from as simple as how do you use this machine to a more advanced question like what should I be doing to prepare for this or for this body part or anything like that, feel free to throw it at us and we'll be happy to answer it as best we can.
I like this part.
This is our free weight area, my personal favorite place in the gym. We have dumbbells from 5 to 100. We have 125 pounders that we just purchased. We're going to fill in the gaps from 105 to 120 for our bigger, heavier lifters. In addition to that, we have preloaded easy and straight curl bars from 20 to 110. We have our mobile benches up front on the dumbbells, barbell benches in the center, squat and power rack, Smith machine. And again, if you ever have any questions about anything, feel free to ask myself or one of the owners, whether it's free weights, machines, everything. We'll help you incorporate it into a complete workout.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you very much
Absolutely.
for the tour.
Thank
Very
you, sir.
informative. Very informative. So, seems like they got a lot on the ball here and a lot to offer, and we'll see how it unfolds. And it seems very well rounded. And you know, like I said, positivity. You surround yourself with positive people. You submerge yourself around positivity, and good things come to you. And you can see that this just happened to happen. And I already have a good feeling. I think that we're gonna do some things together. This looks like a promising thing. You can't pass the opportunity by. So we'll be back. We're gonna do a little working out, and I guess Brandy's gonna join us.
She will. She'll be here shortly.
So we'll be back real soon. Thank you. All right, back from Fitness 1440, and we enjoyed our time there. Had an excellent tour. Met some good people. Found out some awesome information. And we had a pretty good workout too, did a little bit of chest work. So, the address, Fitness 1440, is at 3629 East Market Street, York, PA. Phone number is 717-855-2305. Fitness1440york@gmail.com. or www.fitness1440.com/YorkPA. All right, so a couple things just want to mention. Before we left, you know, we had some extensive conversation with George and Moose and everybody there. But on George's end, his tactical training that he does there, he has decided, just while we were talking, we spoke about it, and he's really into the anti-bullying thing for many, many reasons. He can totally relate to it, as can Moose. And that quick, George decided, you know, he's going to go ahead and he's going to put together a program just for bullying victims to address this issue, how to deal with it, sociology behind it, you know, something that would build your confidence, make you more comfortable and more outgoing, in as much as it's going to would require for you to be able to deal with this kind of thing. So it's not a whole huge leap from what he's already, you know, been doing and is used to training. And George is extensively trained. He has just a ridiculous amount of training and experience as a police officer, on the SWAT team. Just, it's endless. I can't even recount it all without having a biography in front of me. He put together some type of a survival or special tactics course for the United States Air Force, and he does the whole thing, all of it. Tactical driving. Out back of the place, they have space out there where they actually have shootouts to kind of mimic a live, you know, action situation. But they use airsoft guns or something similar to that. Not quite airsoft guns, not trying to downplay his equipment. Something a little more than that, but of course they're not out there actually, you know, using live ammunition at each other. But the whole point is under pressure, how you deal with different things. And, you know, it's one thing to shoot at a target, and it's another thing to, you know, find yourself in a defensive type of situation like this. But he has a lot of good information, a lot of good recommendations, a lot of good tips and stuff on how to deal with all kind of things that may arise in the world today, in the modern world. You know, whether you're a woman walking through a parking lot at nighttime or a parking garage, or you're a police officer dealing with PTSD, or a combat vet dealing with PTSD. You know, he has experience with all these things. And now, you know, he's going to develop a course specifically to address the anti-bullying type of thing. So there you go. There's another contact. If you have any of these issues, you got any of these problems, look, if you're a cop and it's something you're not comfortable talking about, you know, within your own rank and file, or with other cops or what have you, and people around you that don't have the same kind of experiences, can't relate or really understand, or you just have too much pride to even, you know, broach the subject with anyone. This is a guy that been there, done that. You know, he's been in a fatality shooting situation. You may find a kindred in him and be able to make a connection that is actually going to prove as life-changing. You don't know. So, you know, there are a number of things that he might be able to assist you with. And then you never know what you're going to be able to assist him with. That's how it all works. We meet people, and everybody just tries to help each other out, and everybody wins in the end. So, for my dollar, I'd say that this is a place to go. They're trying to do something really good here. You know, their hearts are in the right place. It's more than just a business. Just like these young fellows that have opened this gym pointed out, you know, if you're really trying to make money, gym's really not the business to get into. I mean, you know, it really isn't. But not saying you can't make money, but if that was your primary motivation, if that was the only thing you cared about, then you're definitely barking up the wrong tree opening a gym. There's no question about that. So that's it for now. This is, I think that the gym there, the equipment is very sufficient because there's a lot of pieces there that are unique and that you're not going to find in other places. So they make up for what they lack in just mass amount of equipment. They make up for in how specific a lot of the equipment is. And then you have all your standard fare things as well, which is of course much less specific, but they have some very, very particular pieces of equipment there that are very interesting. They have a couple pieces of equipment in there that neither Jason nor myself have ever even seen before. So we were very interested in, we can definitely get it done in there. And I don't know why everybody's not at least coming by and checking it out, man. Come by, check it out, and see what's up. Give them a try, give them a call. Go down there and talk to everybody. They're all really good, likable people. This place gets 2 thumbs up from us. All right, that's it for now. Have an awesome day. And if you're in the York area, or you're even passing through or whatever, stop down there and check out this Fitness 1440 these young guys got going. And say hi to George and Moose if they're in there, and I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised to find that this is not your typical place that you would expect it to be. You have everything that you're going to need, and a whole lot of things that I don't see this combination of stuff available other places. It's pretty complete. Pretty complete. All right, that's it. Have an awesome day.